What's up, you guys? This is Chris Rukov for another episode. I think it's episode 3 from this specific student. Please, before we start, I urge you not only to watch those videos, but actively ask questions and think about what I'm saying. With all that said, give it a like if you like it, give it a thumbs down if you don't like it, and let me know if you like that content or not, so I know if I should continue, even bother making those videos for you for free, guys. Enjoy the footage, and yeah, you hear my voice at the end of the footage as well. Bye. What do you think he's gonna have? You know, things like that. Like when you see changing behavior of a certain player, or changing behavior compared to the whole field, definitely. I think I want to hear you now.
Oh yeah, I'm back
Yeah,
now.
yeah. What up?
Yeah.
So definitely you're gonna have to kind of adjust because you make money a certain way. The players are behaving a certain way, and all of a sudden they're not. That should ring a bell. That hey, something changed. You know, every hand is like a story. So far they've been telling you that they check call, and all of a sudden they're like betting and raising. That should ring a bell. Also, 3 bets are
Yeah.
lower on those stakes, which also means that when they 3 bet you, you should assume that they have a better hand than usual than on the higher stakes. On the other side, when we 3 bet, assume that they're gonna call you a little bit more often because once a person puts, I don't know, 20 cents or whatever when they open, they'll generally continue and not fold. I invested money already. Why should I fold? You know, a stupid guy mentality.
Yeah, I've noticed that, like those middling suited aces and stuff,
Yeah.
hands that they should fold. And also, how do we adjust from the rake as well, versus free bets? So, or just versus range?
I'm not sure why you even said that thing with the rake. I'm gonna address it.
Oh, okay.
I laughed and then got sad a little bit. I didn't know how to feel about it. I mean, tell me what's your thing about the rake? Like you
So,
not
well,
gonna
because
play certain hands because of the rake?
I thought like the marginal ones, like marginal defense, we have to we just fold because of the high rake, or does it counter because
Who
of
told
the
you
bad
that?
players?
Who told you that?
That was just on some videos I've watched.
I mean, with pocket fours, you think you cannot make 10 big blinds per 100?
Uh,
With set
what do you
binding?
mean pocket fours?
I mean, you
Oh,
folded
what,
pocket
like in
fours
position?
versus a single opener, yeah. And you said like I'm gonna fold here because the rake, and I kind of almost puked, but then, but you know what I mean? I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about, bro? And you're like, yeah, the rake is high, and I'm like, okay, the rake is always gonna be there. It's gonna be 9 to 10 big blinds 100. Okay, always.
Yeah.
It's a constant. You're telling me that you cannot make more than 10 big blinds 100? Because if you can make 11, that means you're making 1 BBs 100 with the hand. That improves your
Oh, okay.
overall, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you tell me you can make 9, okay, well then it's -1.
Okay, yeah. So it's just that like slightly higher stakes where your range is like kind of face up, but lower stakes is fine.
I mean, I've heard that before and I always laughed at it because it just doesn't make, to me, it doesn't make sense. Like, yes, some hands, sure, for the rake, and on the higher stakes, those hands, things gonna change because on the higher stakes, the rake is way better, right?
Yeah.
But you haven't mastered. I mean, to think about this, to me, it means that you've mastered everything else, and now you're just tweaking the small, little, tiny edges that you can tweak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it,
Yeah.
it seems to me that you haven't mastered everything else. And honestly, if you're losing one big blinds with the flatting with pocket fours, which is, that's not gonna happen every hand, and not every hand you're gonna be in position. So let's say you're losing one big blind 100. Okay, you're making 9 BBs 100 and you're losing 10, so you're -1. Even if you're losing 1, and in the future this small marginal loss will become a small marginal win because on the higher stakes you're gonna learn how to play it here, but on the higher stakes the rake's gonna be lower. So now the rake is, let's say, 8 big blinds, but now you're still making 9. Now you capitalize on a higher big blinds 100 win, which on the higher stakes is gonna turn out to be more money because one big blind is more money. Does that make sense?
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
And you're gonna basically train yourself, exercise. I mean, dude, thinking about that is just waste of energy to me.
Yeah, okay.
This is just master the things that you make the bulk money, and when you master that, you know, how to play 3-bet pots, how to play in position, how to play out of position, what sizings to use, things like that. The king jack here, after his raise, do you think he has a 7 in his range or more kings?
More kings.
So if he has more kings
Okay.
and the turn comes this,
Ace, yeah.
so now we're chopping.
Yeah, but I don't expect him to make it that size with a king.
If he has a 7, why would he make it a big size? Is that a regular? Do we have any other info?
No info, no. I mean, that VPIP's 38, but because that's built into GG, so
So
I don't really know how.
so my
So
mantra,
it's
my
more simple.
mantra is very simple. It's don't be smart, be wise. Because now we have to be smart and solve this problem, right? Do we have a
Yeah.
problem here? Do we call? Do we fold? Do we shift? Like what do we do? But we gotta be smart to solve it. Now I don't like being smart because smart people waste a lot of time about thinking on how to solve a problem. I like to be wise. And how can we solve this? Can we make it 10 big blinds here and see what he does?
Yeah, that was.
Can we make it
I
12?
watched one of your videos the other day,
Yeah.
or yesterday, and you played. It was similar hand with the kings versus small blind, 5-4-2 or something, and you said about clicking it back and then fold into a shove or raise.
Yeah, I mean, it costs you less and it prevents you from... Because
Yeah.
imagine he make it 10 big blinds here. And now you're like, oh, now what I do? It's the same, 7 or a king. But the reason you fold it was actually he made it too big. Which to me, if someone makes it too big, that means they don't have a very good hand. But again, it's 10 NL, so you're kind of not sure about if that's what I said is true. If you made it 10 big blinds, maybe you'll call here. But you can solve this problem with just clicking back there, and he's gonna tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he just calls, on the turn you can check. Now he's gonna be a little bit scared of, oh, does he have a7? If he's thinking what you have. Maybe he's gonna check back as well. The hand's gonna go differently, but you're gonna solve that problem. Alright, let's see what's next here on the agenda. The ace, oh yeah, the ace here. This is a great hand. You're saying that you have 3 to a straight, which is true. Oh, with the king jack, I'm sorry. We have more things to address here. Okay. What do you think villain has? You already explained that. And you said I see bet in range. You mean that you just... Is that your standard... What does see bet in range means?
Oh, what, I said that on this board?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know if I would have meant that. I wouldn't see bet range here.
So you see betting with your
just see
whole
bet
range?
to get called like some... No. As in my c bet size, I think I meant would have been just always small here when I do see that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. It's a pair board. It's kind of a log board.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have a king, 7s are not likely. 7-6
Yeah.
and 7-8 is there, but, you know, obviously 2 of them are out. King is more likely. Actually, king is equally likely than 7, to be honest with you, because 2 of the kings are out as well.
Yeah.
And the board is paired. I'm saying if he has like 6s or 8s or 9s, it's kind of shitty to call, so I agree with the small sizing. And I wrote here, explain that it's 10 and 0 and most people don't have a clue what's going on. I think I explained that to you already. We focus on table 4. Alright guys, we're gonna focus on table 4 in the next video. Again, if you wanna link up with me and send me a message, the links are down below. My course has a coupon code down below. It's for beginners. Please let me know with a like or dislike if you like that content, or with a comment, or unsubscribe and subscribe. And this way I'm gonna find out if you like the content. With all that said guys, I'll see you in the next video. Keep grinding and good luck.